What's the point of an extra-large tablet? Isn't the primary purpose of a tablet be a supplement to your phone? How can this be useful when this thing looks like you chopped a laptop in half and just used a monitor? Lugging this thing around feels like you're doing bicep curls unironically. Surely there are positives to owning a giant tablet like this one. Let me introduce my Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. It is an aging 3-year-old on its heyday machine that genuinely looks goofy when you look at it. Compared to my phone, PS Vita, the ROG Ally. Literally, it fits a ROG Ally inside. It looks wrong because tablets are mostly, 10 inches at best? And are still supposed to be portable. Kinda like how little notebooks are portable. This thing is roughly the dimensions of an A4 sized paper. Not exactly portable by any means, especially with a case. To be fair, we still haven't turned it on yet. But if you turn it on though, you'll quickly get hooked by its gorgeous Super AMOLED display that seemingly hides the lackluster performance of the aging chip, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is completely understandable. I mean, tech is always improving, right? What you buy today will eventually become obsolete, and that's just the nature of it. The nature of the beast. Back in 2022, this thing was a spectacle. It was meant to be Samsung's clapback to Apple's iPad Pro 12.9. An equally behemoth of a tablet just with a different coat of paint. On its new lineup, this was the biggest iteration of a Samsung tablet as compared to the S8 and S8 Plus tab. I remember it vividly. All these tech bros were loving it so much and I fell into the hype. It featured this ugly ass notch here that got a lot of flack. Deserved though, cause Samsung was making fun of Apple for having notches. Remember that. And also this strange decision to use a 16:10 aspect ratio. Although I do appreciate it while viewing YouTube videos. On iPads, you don't really have that perfect aspect ratio for viewing media. Now this came with a flipping micro SD card slot. That was more than enough to yoink a handful of prospective iPad buyers. That's right, Samsung, Apple, Lenovo, and any other company. We want expandable storage. Thank you very much. At the time, with the heavy marketing of the new and improved less latency S Pen stylus, which comes with the tab for free by the way, which is another reason why it was really a compelling alternative to the iPad Pro, this device was heavily suggested to artists. I mean, they can certainly utilize the larger screen real estate, right? But other than that, the average consumer would most likely be fine by its smaller brothers, the S8 Tab or the S8 Tab Plus. Actually, the thing was pushing it as well. So what is the point of an extra large tablet? Part of the reason why tablets are very appealing is that they plainly just look like oversized or supersized smartphones. All the things you can do with a normal phone, just bigger. It wasn't meant to replace your PC or your phone. In some cases, it even replaces parents. Cause let's face it, the term iPad kids wasn't coined out of thin air. It is a troubling reality. The problem arises when companies have the audacity to price these things as close to goddamn laptops, just cause they're bigger. Yes, they are powerful ARM devices, but oftentimes they will be hindered by their software. Samsung released this device at an eye-watering $1,100. Again, with that money, they've already encroached PC territory. Smartphones I could honestly give a pass for $1,000 right now. They are much more useful than any other tablet, bar none. You have them in your pocket for most of your waking hours. So I guess the investment is kind of worth it. For smartphones? Not for tablets though. Just a reminder again, everything a tablet does just mirrors what a regular smartphone can do, just bigger. Quick specs, it has a Super AMOLED display, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, an 11,200 mAh battery, great speakers tuned by AKG, serviceable front and rear cams. You don't really buy tablets for cameras, right? Unless you're a student and you do Zoom calls a lot or whatever, the camera quality is okay. Dedicated memory card slot, which is always great, a fast fingerprint sensor, a 16:10 aspect ratio, and my unit has 256GB of memory and 12GB of RAM. Being a bigger tablet comes with equally bigger problems, just by virtue of being a tablet. This model right now only has one more software update left, and its last will be One UI 8, which will be based on Android 16. After that, one more year of security updates and poof, you're on your own, buddy. Although respect to them for extending future update support. I believe that on the S8 tab line, here is where they started the 4-year promised OS updates thing. That is, with tablets, as painful as it is to say, like smartphones, they are unfortunately just a part of planned obsolescence. Anything with built-in batteries is honestly just destined to be crippled soon enough. Your software updates will run out eventually. It's kinda hard to invest your hard-earned money to buy tech, you know what I mean? Without sounding too negative though, yes, there are definitely use cases for this. Like I said, artists would definitely love the gigantic display, Students would love the note-taking capabilities. A business could use this for presentations. I don't know, I may be reaching here. As a gamer, I love playing games on this thing. You can emulate games, upscale games, and it'll look fantastic on the OLED display. If you like reading manga or comic books, the bigger display looks like a damn open book now. You can use this as a secondary display. Samsung DeX is a thing, making this feel like a full-blown PC. But is it worth it for the price? When it released back in 2022, definitely not. Right now, its newer iteration, the Tab S10 Ultra, is $1,200 pre-tax. God damn. Hell, I can even, in good conscience, recommend buying this used. Yes, it's cheaper, like $450 on eBay, but keep in mind the battery on these refurbs are hit or miss. Man, do you really want to risk $450? Do you? What it essentially boils down to is that tablets are fine. If you buy the cheaper, smaller ones, they pretty much do the same thing. The iPad right now, the 11-inch, is plenty fast for all of your needs. You really need to be a hardcore Samsung fan to justify this. I bought this because firstly, I was stupid. Secondly, I fell into the hype by these tech YouTubers. Thirdly, back when Samsung used to do these combo deals on their website. Getting this with the phone that I have, Galaxy S22 Ultra, the tablet just became roughly $300 because of the massive discounts. So I figured, why the hell not? This is sort of a niche issue. I doubt a lot of people would care. Buy what you want. But if I could do it all over again, I probably would have skipped it. Goodbye. I made this channel cause I was just a little bored. Please subscribe, there's a whole world that we can all explore. We're all born minds to think alive. We're all born minds to think alive.